Greetings from once again, the television network reread your daily cryptocurrency news and analysis, and we'll be doing that today. Discussing XRP and Ripple, as was the most of cryptocurrency, financial, and having stated that, I hope that everyone enjoying a lovely day or lovely the evening that you two are spending outside the globe. This video has returned in January 2021. Following our observation of the XRP lawsuit is being dropped right now. Rewind that moment in time. Yes, the whole room was really tumultuous. Bull run was only getting underway. Anyone with XRP in their possession who was an SRP holder at the moment, it seemed like even if everything around us was collapsing. Nonetheless, when we actually kind of investigated a few items, and as we really began to utilize, well, you know what we was used as the basis for our investment. We were aware that XRP was a remarkable chance at that point, and we also was aware of the SEC's absurdity. A demonstration of an agency in the present day. Moreover, the whole tale is a little slightly different, but this video is incredibly important and vital. From then on, the explanation for this is because it sort of establishes the scene for Brian is where we were going right now. Brian Brooks, if you're involved with cryptocurrency, should he appear on your timeline? Should you come upon a video of him, you must pause and hear me out. Why? Since this is a unique person that is aware of our current situation, and he also understands just where we are going. Crypto, while we do consider it to be banking. Stablecoins, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are banks, and blockchain acts as a bank for you. Watch us begin to charter cryptocurrency startups. Look at this, and I believe the honors we've received during my tenure with the OCC is banking or crypto. It's not that banks are fine, you understand trade. Bitcoin, that is, Ethereum, as well as they are banks with steady coins. In essence, blockchains are financial systems, since what they're doing permits the exchange of value between networks. This is what 500 banks have accomplished. They've been doing it in an orthogonally distinct manner, but that's the purpose of banking. So when you observe us, for instance, as we soon will, begin operating as bank corporations that are cryptocurrency firms, you'll begin to recognize that we're not always attempting to enable large banks to rule the cryptocurrency market, which is what we're attempting to inform users of cryptocurrency that a bank, perhaps a charter, is the best option for you to carry out your actions, and there's a plenty to ponder there, but I believe that's. So, why am I presenting this video here? Now, as we have just seen, back up, you notice something really intriguing, as we will actually be investigating a few things that have been occurring lately. Year's major occasion, and one of the among the items that I really placed, a focus on Ripple's utilization of custody services, and after that, you've observed every among the major banks investigating custody services. I would like to visit this Good Morning Cryptocurrency post so we can see, updated by Ripple partners currently. This originates from a brief overview of the presentation, revealing 500 collaborations and growing, therefore starting in October 2023, a presentation revealing plus 500 collaborations and the ripple effect. Massive players like Bank of America involved. Global heavyweights such as SBI Remit and Trango mixed in. The network of ripples is establishing a worldwide influence web. Do you think we'll ever be in regulation? Coming, and this is a list for you folks of once more, those partners are enormous major banks. Players with significant ties to the also significant U.S. banks, and there are 500. Plus other collaborators in expanding, and recall that in 2019 Ripple had 38 of these. The top 100 banks are currently. While using the network, consider where now that we are here. Consider how many there are NDAs in force. Currently, the most fascinating thing, the fact that I'm cutting this off video, just wanted to share with you everyone that you can already receive 40% off for the upcoming a few days. If you cross the acceptablewallet.com, you may get a 40% discount on cold storage apparatuses. We're referring to the solitary pack. We're referring to the Do bundle. You could obtain savings of up to currently $128. What are you waiting for? Grab your cold storage appliance now and make sure you stay safe the next time. Bull run, don't forget to keep yourself safe. Save your money now and let's return. In the clip, Ripple is emerging as a significant. Banks will use Ripple as their bank. Why do I say this tomorrow? Why do I introducing this? We're going to discuss it now. Let's begin by reading this post by now that we have ISO 2022. Let's see how you can use XRP in interbank. Transactions at this time. 2 videos are available. The first one is our actual state at this time, outlining the send and receive mechanism. Of SERP, listen carefully to what we say. You make payments for payments in your neighborhood. Money that's utilized in the XRP purchase. Middle, with XRP being dissolved into the beneficiary money once more. Know that you. This market is never closed. Restrictions, it is irrelevant if your bank is closed on weekends, however you can still. Cross-border payments are available at any moment, between nearly any kind of money and that is accomplished via the network, thus 3 seconds for an international payment as a result of a notion known as atomic settlement. Your money will either pass completely or fail completely. Therefore, we don't possess identical failure rates, and due to the price of these efficiencies is notably reduced as well, you're not using a middleman middlemen who will all receive a cut. All you're doing is going straight to a receiver, a controlled recipient within the market that you must enter. I understand that's a lot, so let's. There you have it, folks. That's the first video, and then this one here. First, let's pay close attention to this clip, since I think they simply revealed a crucial detail to. Remark, we collaborate with you as an organization to assess the degree of value that you wish to possess and keep onto those international transfers on a daily basis, so that the money will be available to you in your pocketbook is secured by bail, so you own the XRP that was seated in that wallet at the time of transfer request. You take those money out, and as stated that it crosses the XRP ledger to a recipient where it has been disposed of next. On the next working day, you will receive a Ripple invoice that reads, you made a payment of $500,000. This is the invoice to reimburse Ripple for that, and that would be a local currency in Australian dollars received from your bank account to the bank account of Ripple in. I guess I might truly start in Australia to comprehend blockchain by the conclusion of that was. Did you know that our current partner is take note of the small amount of knowledge that most likely received? Ignored, but that's all right because people in the neighborhood did chat. Wallet of Steen Graber Ripple. That is the quotation. Pay close attention and you discover secrets. Ripple will turn into a bank. This is now done by last resort's lender. Verify that it isn't. Precisely, but consider what the big banks are correctly observing. Furthermore, our XRP stated that JP Morgan's scariest nightmare, and yes, this is the time. We discuss this. Are you aware of the importance of this claim? We examine. All right, let's investigate ISO 22. Come on, let's do it. One category for Ripple is digital banks. Is not the first occasion that the neighborhood predicted that Ripple would become a bank. If you folks do recall, where in 2021, everyone in Wyoming was tapped by Ripple. Felt as though they would be acquiring a big bank and rising to prominence. Bank, but it's undeniably fascinating. Since we investigate what a bank operates digitally, it doesn't require a complete charter or banking license to. In order to be listed among the digital banks, we recognize that this would also be appropriate. Ripple's Alley, as we are aware of there, are utilizing each and every service conceivable since, once more, we have investigated this throughout the course of the year. But in order to be listed among digital banks, you have to be engaged in supplying a minimum of one of the subsequent financial services supplied to customers directly. Companies or both types of digital banking. Digital lending and payments. Investment solutions and services. tools for managing one's own finances, or tools for financial wellness and education. As we delve deeper into this now, also, we are aware that Ripple recently obtained licenses from several U.S. jurisdictions. Additionally, even beyond the U.S., we are aware Ripple is becoming into a significant licensed, a participant in new payment solutions. In addition to that, though, they have been growing outside of payments. Additionally, we may see several forms of digital banking here. Suppliers on the roster, and this is who we have. Digital loans, payments, and banking. Finance, PFM instruments, and investments. The final item on the list is education. Here, bus 3002012 is lent and paid for with Ripple. Active workers 501 to 1,000 in financing. Serving millions 29,380 and on a continent. This page lacks information, particularly, even while serving the nation since it is the UH network headquarters worldwide. Description of San Francisco, Ripple offers a single seamless experience to transmit money across borders with the help of blockchain that fall under the category of digital bank they might potentially turn into an online financial institution, or whether they are a virtual bank, but when will they a real bank right now? I've discussed things in the past, to be honest, I don't believe, because they must understand why. Since I firmly believe that physical banks are going to dry up soon, so I don't believe that anyone will actually be utilizing an actual bank ATM these days. Since once more, what you are capable of, what can you do with your computer, phone, will always take place in person. Solutions to consider while visiting a physical. Tell me about the issues you face, bank. I have a headache, the holding. It's a horrible experience. There is an issue. Thus, Ripple's transition to a digital bank is undoubtedly fascinating since, once more, it makes it more advanced than what we previously observed, which is, although physical banks are no longer in use, cited this video saying that it really makes you question whether Ripple is headed toward. I have no doubts about becoming a bank. XRP will be essential to their success. Second, moreover, endeavors possess everything under a single transparent canopy. Line of credit payments tokenization you call that the role that they occupy, correct? Unlike any other participant in the people from space can berate Ripple endlessly. However, one cannot overlook the enormous actions they've taken in the previous. The future is promising in a few years for not only for Ripple, but also for XRP. Taking into account how much Ripple pays on. Demand for liquidity has increased once more. It is important to remember this because when we consider Ripple's transition to a virtual bank, perhaps even a real bank, if that is once more inside their actual bounds, which once more, even though I don't believe it is, if that is the situation, then bet what? They've already put everything in one place. Already own everything they require to provide in terms of financial services. They provide remedies for custody, which already plugged in are large banks with DV Bank and HSBC. There are so many more participants in addition to liquidity, line of credit payments tokenization, so much more beneath this cover when discussing the future of banking. You could practically assure that the DT blockchain will be used in banking services similar to those once more. Spiral is already in the lead in the game, not only in. We are aware that they're providing the reliable coin platform for CBD season. Large banks as well as central banks. Ripple may very possibly emerge as a key banker, which refers to all central large banks are utilizing Ripple, and the explanation for me bringing this up is that we are aware of the future is headed digital money is the way of the future. We are aware of this because to the IMFs. Between all of these significant players, and besides this, guess what we are aware of? According to Ripple, the big banks will wish to use XRP as a virtual money. Also, and that is the most effective approach for them to accomplish this, use Ripple and. Apart from all of this, returning to the. We are aware of CBC and stablecoin endeavors. Darren, a shout out to Fame 21 more XRP. The world is comprised of 195 countries. 5 announced, 5 not, according to James. Declared in relation to CBDCs. Talks with 20 additional people. If the talks become indicators of deals, that is 15.38%, or 30 out of 195 operating on. Platform from Ripple CBC that provides private or public CBDCs are not. SERP, this is fascinating, for sure. Pay great attention to the video, I suppose. Say that you are aware that outside of the US. You know the SEC case had virtually no influence on our capacity to obtain talks and ongoing initiatives with central banks. I'm aware of them here in the US, on which we pay close attention. You might anticipate that, yet the truth is that the world at large does not have a similar perspective on things. In my opinion, it has long been evident that, such as Switzerland and the United Kingdom, and Japan has made it quite evident that, since XRP is not a security, shifting. In terms of the CBC, it hasn't really been an obstacle, you understand, as we began around 2.5 years ago. Prior to this project, we've declared 5 distinct nations that are. When you work with us, we have an identical number that is kept secret, and after that, we have more than 20 other ongoing conversations, so we've declared that 5 distinct nations are collaborating with us. You are aware of a comparable figures that are not disclosed. Then after that, we have over 20 other lively error conversations are in progress. So, there you have it, folks, and once more, you understand that this 15.38% of the central banks envision both that and how. Since many are covered by NDAs, he can't genuinely discuss. He is unable to even declare that they are having talks. This is the Ripple's significance. Collaborating with major banks and central banks. Players over an extended period of time. I'm incredibly thrilled about the future for Ripple as well as even for SERP as we examine what's going on here. At the table are the adults. They're speaking, they are debating. We are not here to discuss about how Solana intends to perform 5 months. Dogecoin is not on our minds. Moving in 5 months or less. Something similar, that's what we're discussing. Transforming the central bank. Transforming the way that currency is shifting and transforming the world financial system while examining Ripple. They are in a position to provide a forum, even for huge banks and central banks. Should Ripple fail to become a bank, and I have no doubt that they will become essential infrastructure in the big banks, which really, I don't mind at all. Given that we are also aware of Ripple's use Abyss to connect, who is the central. A type of bank is the bank of central banks.